understand my desk audio capture is not the best. Wait, let me check my audio input. Capture input terminal microphone array.
Does that show? Oh, microphone array changed it. All right, whatever microphone array is, we'll keep it at that. Oh my goodness. Well, the angle's right. This could be good, like, footage. It's like, well, a lot of people aren't aware of the rearranged production that I am an executive producer on. Me and the creative, well, he looks at me more as the executive guy who shouldn't interfere with the creatives because he's a creative and I'm an executive or something. I'm telling you, you get Rocky over here. We can refilm, can reshoot like the club scene. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. We got all kinds of surprises. I'll just wait around for like viewers and chat to show up. I remember when I first, when my buddy showed me Twitch and how easy it was going live. I had never uploaded anything to YouTube or anything, so it was like that Twitch channel in the OBS, the Streamlabs, OBS interface and stuff. I was actually hit the ground running pretty good. What was I thinking? Oh yeah, because then I'd have a start time, and you have the countdown thing, so people know the show's starting. But there's like waiting for people to enter, so you have like 10 minutes and that kind of stuff. So I just randomly go live. I understand I don't have enough people like holding on to my every word. They're just like, as soon as I go live, they like, oh my goodness, I got a notification. I don't have that fan base. Oh, I tried to go live like twice today. My desktop in my apartment was not having it. One of them, I wanted to read an article for NPR. It was a follow-up because it's like news happens, and you'll be like passive to happen on news, and something else happens, and you're like, well, look at the new thing that happens, and you're like, wait, what happened to the old thing? So it's like I haven't been paying attention to the USS Gerald Ford, the Navy's newest aircraft carrier. Last I heard, it had mechanical problems and was like in a Middle East port someplace. So I looked to check it out. Apparently, I went back to its home port. I don't remember where that is, but it's waiting for plumbing. So that's the status of the newest aircraft carrier, the $14 billion, $14 billion. Yeah, it has, apparently the piping, the plumbing they're using is very popular on cruise ships. and the George H.W. Bush. Yeah, whatever. So there's plumbing issues. There's some interesting things in the article. As a Navy person, I don't have a lot of shipboard duty. That's one of the things people like inquisitive in my background, and then they like just he's I've never been on a ship. I've been on a ship. Just those deployments, it's been rather chaotic. Would I have enjoyed being deployed on a ship, going around doing the Navy thing? Just sometimes there's problems. Ooh, I had a view. Checking my dashboard here. I don't have any current viewers. Somebody suffered through 2 minutes and 4 seconds of this. The stream's current bit rate is higher than the recommended bit rate. We recommend that you use a stream bit rate of 1000 kbps, kbps, yes. I don't know how to change this stuff. Like I said, I was like that. The OBS, the Streamlabs and stuff they have all those options, and I know they have like just so many settings and features. However, the plan, my friends, is for me to shower, bathe. First one, I think in 2 months. Time just seems to get away. Like I don't know how many weeks ago I stopped using my shower. It's like the same pressure. Like it's just razor salespeople. I remember I've been reminiscing certain things. You ever reminisce? Reminisce. Yeah, I don't know how to. I don't know how to put that word together. So I was thinking of 2012, 2006. This date in 2006, I was down in San Diego. It was wonderful. I had a paycheck. Coming in. I was in San Diego. I was doing a school. I was doing like this. I was doing through the Navy Reserves, or Navy in general. One of the many courses they offer. This was like, what was it? UHC UFC high frequency shipboard rate. Anyway, these are like from the 1960s. They've been using this equipment for a long time, and so we were learning this old radio system. And when I wasn't in class, I could take the little train and go down to the gas lamp or gas quarter. I think it's gas lamp district. And other places. I could sightsee all over the San Diego area. I think I went to Tijuana one day. I brought my dad down. My dad drove my car down, and then we got camping. We got 2 camping sites. It was a little hassle, last minute type of things. But the state camping system back then was really, really nice. And like these different advantages to areas. And so we got so my dad got a campsite in well, 2 places. One of them was way far away. It's funny because it's like a 2-hour commute. It seemed on the map it should have been like 45 minutes, but with the mountain roads and everything, it was like it would take him 2 hours to drive down to visit me and 2 hours to get back. We went to a museum, Balboa Park. Oh, the beach. I was like one of those father-son trips, because in our situation, even when I graduated high school, he had such... Like, every time I saw my dad, I was like, is this going to be the last time I'll ever see my daddy alive? You know, I was waiting for that coronary and all the stress and everything. So it was like, it was really nice, because it was 2006. And by my dad's own estimation, he shouldn't have even been alive in 2006. He said he'd be dead of a heart attack at 53 years old. He was just dropped dead on some customer's floor. So when he made it past 53, that was amazing. So all those memories of 2006, there's still optimism back there in our family. Guys, we're still optimistic. Hey, we're still alive. I think. Seems most people other than my baby brother's dead. Daddy's gone. One of my brothers is. They'll get really angry. They get really angry because they just, for some reason, a lot of people want my brother dead, and then I tell them, and then they're angry. They thought I said he was dead. And at different times, because of the drug overdoses and stuff, abuse. It's very complicated. But once you tell somebody you don't have they'll be looking at you when you show up with a family. Like, I thought you said you didn't have a wife and kids. Oh, I didn't tell you about my wife and kids? Just kidding. But wouldn't that be hilarious? Wouldn't that be hilarious on dating profile system? Some guy out there with a wife and kid is just out online as a single man getting dates. Could be possible. You just don't. Never mind. I'm not gonna justify psychotic people anymore. Remember The Hangover? No, probably not. See, I was with my friends that brought me up here, and it's just even the most Just try to have a conversation. See, when nobody saw nothing, when nobody's seen the nothings, they have so many recommendations. It's like I want to talk about like this 2-hour movie for like really talk about the movie. And why movie? I just want to talk about a movie that we both watched. Instead, I just get one like freaking, I don't know if it's Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, some other of the many video websites I don't know about, and you're just like, look at this, yeah! Like, look, it's like 5-second video, 15-second, it's just one fuck, look at it! I'm like looking at a 15-second video, I'm like, serious? The studio paid like $1 million for that thing? I don't know. I actually aren't saying anything. I think they should get $1 million. I just don't know. Because I just want to talk about things. Book we've read. Oh, yes, the loneliest epidemic among homosexual men. Or was that homosexuals? Anyway, I was watching a woman who looked like Ariana down the street. And so I was looking at this girl who looks like Ariana. And I remember other Arianas, like Ariana Huffington. And so I went to the Huffington Post. Because this has been in the background. Now, if I think, isn't Ariana Huffington? No, that's not Jackie Onassis. Anyway, there's like this connection, this Ariana Huffington woman. Heiress, whatever. The name was more popular and controversial years ago. But her news website's still up. You know, the owner of YouTube, the owner of Yahoo, the owner of AOL, the owner of Tumblr, that's right. $19 billion for like, was that all a package? Was that all rolled up in a package? Yahoo, Tumblr, and AOL? Because I remember they said, oh, she way overpaid for these like bankrupt websites. So it was very interesting. The first thing is like it linked over because I liked the title, but it was from like March or May of 2017. March or May 2017. The loneliness epidemic among gay people, but among homosexuals, something. Anyway, I skimmed it. What did it start with Jeremy? What did it start with Jeremy like liking when he ran out of meth? How can you like running out of drugs? Isn't that a bad thing? I'm sure I'll get a chat in here sooner or later. I'm still only at one view. It's interesting because, like, when people will check in, the thing will change. Top chat, we can go live chat. All chats are visible. I've had situations where I've gotten out of streaming and I'll have like metrics says one chat, but then I'll go look and it never showed up. So those things like will interest me from time to time. You see XQC and Sire, they're doing like Iron Chef or something. Well, they're at a supermarket and it was cute. It was really cute because this thing of streamers, they're finally making it into the streets. People finally noticed. 2015, I had a selfie stick, right? You know, selfie stick. Like people taking pictures of themselves are very vain people, right? shy things. I didn't want to post my face online. I'm just like trying to find a good angle. But anyway, 2015, all are gone. And so I'm running around and I have my selfie stick. I'm in random places. People like, what is that? It's like, it is. Some people like their privacy. You know, cameras. That's the thing about the phones. The phones are ways that cameras can be snuck in the public. I suppose, or maybe not notice. Because one thing when somebody's walking around with a big camera, don't get down on my face, don't take my picture. But when somebody saw on their phone, the first time I ever saw that used was when they was it Hannibal 2? I think it was Hannibal 2, where the guy pulls his little phone out and pretends to be speaking. His little camera on it. He's like, you hear the click? He's got a picture of the professor, because they're trying to verify because they don't know if it's like. So they're looking for him, and he has a little phone. And Dr. Lecter's just like, it's a very cool collected character there. Oh yeah, 2006. I'm trying to remember. Cause my brothers, we've been to San Diego. That was our destination. Like when we could afford, when we got the time and the funds to go on a real vacation, we is San Diego. There were other like camping spots, and over the years, it just San Diego became that thing. It was like, are we gonna make it to San Diego this year? Then a couple of years goes by. Well, we had a place here, because it's an inexpensive camping place. Someplace he couldn't afford a hotel like this. Getting a room for like 5 people. We didn't stay in hotels, we camped. Now I'm just a single individual and camping. I don't have the gear and stuff like that, and I don't know why, other than survivalists and things. But yeah, so it's like just reminiscent of our fun family vacation. See, I don't know if it was. I don't know what year we went to Ojai. See, I want to mix Ojai up on the San Diego because adventure. Oh, was that 2004 or 2005? It could have been 2005. Interesting. Anyway, there's like a lot of things I could talk about. 2006, summer of 2006. I was there for like 2.5 months. Friendly people also. I don't know. Maybe it's when you're on vacation. When somebody's on vacation, it also all seems more friendly. I have to put my beers in the fridge, make sure they get cold. They're cold when I walked out of the gas station. I'm also hiding here. I was drinking vodka last night. And I ended up throwing a freaking chair off the second floor balcony, going across to the neighbor's house and pissing on their door, yelling random slurs and stuff like that. It was a fun night. So I really had to. My friends are concerned about me. They gave me a car ride up here, and they were very concerned. But I explained I need a clean, nice place. It's quiet. Got the bed. I can clean. I can shower after I use the pool. Maybe I should be like really. I think I'll do a shower before I go to the pool. It's pretty standard custom, but one of the things that the hotels pools I've noticed are missing just a little standoff shower place, just to wet yourself down and just do a little cleaning before getting in the shared space. So I'll be that way. Although it would feel really nice just to get in as is. Before or after dinner? I have so many choices. This is on the side of town with fast food. I have Wendy's, a diner, and the gas station. It rivals. There's the gas station on the other side of town. This gas station, when I go in there though, it's not as big as the big one. Big one has serves a lot of truckers and stuff. Still, the fried chicken, the kind of food you can get at the gas station. Like, why you need to go to restaurants when you have gas stations? Well, I suppose you'd want a good gas station and that fried chicken. I don't know. So much to do on my 2-night vacation. As you stay here tonight, probably hang out all day and watch TV. I don't have a TV in my. Well, I have a TV. It's just so weird to think about how things have changed over. This was like, let's say nobody goes. Yeah, I didn't particularly go to my grandparents a lot either. So you listen to people talk about old stuff. By the time I got of the age where I was really interested in my grandmother's stories, she died. So hearing about how things were back in the day. I'll do more streaming, I suppose, tomorrow. Maybe some tonight, I don't know. Between no chatters and dozens of chatters, I've seen really disturbing comments in other people's chats. So it's the thing about not having chatters is I don't have those types of, what did they just say? The last threatening chat I had was on different social media. I have a Twitch. On Twitch Footer, I get more engagement. At the same time, I this is a different feel to it. I like this is more homey. Well, anyway, 25-year-old guy named. Okay, I don't want people coming after you for Anyway, he has a folder. He has videos. He's gone through so many of my videos, clipping every slur, derogatory thing, and threat. Oh yeah, he has a. So I almost got kicked out of. I've been kicked out of hotels. I remember I was at the Hilton, and the manager came up and knocked on my door, and he was really concerned because it was Christmas. It was like Christmas. For my Christmas stream, all I was doing was yelling the N-word. What was that? What Christmas was that? Christmas 2023. No, I would have been in my new place in Christmas 23. Christmas 21. Could have been Christmas 21 or Christmas 2022. Trying to remember, because even past 5 years. Well, anyway. It was it's not all, but it's just one in particular, Margot. See, I actually can't see, and I'm probably even wrong. It might not even be it. The guy, my wife. Oh wait, I don't have a wife. Because if I had a wife, I wouldn't be a productive homosexual. Like Chuck's theory on how great California will be once California is exclusively homosexuals. Apparently, Chuck doesn't think California can pay for breeders. I've only been streaming for 30 minutes. I've only been streaming for 30 minutes. I thought it was an hour. Other people would be like, "That's why you're failing to build engagement." By the time somebody comes across and comes, you've already signed off. That happened to me the other day. It's only 45 minutes. I'm just going off on one of these things. And as I hit stop streaming, you see how the stop streaming is. This is my chat. I'll move it over here. See my chat. I have it over like this. That way, if there's movement, I can see it, right? Well, I had movement, but I missed it. So after about 30 minutes, an hour, somewhere around there, I go up here, and as I hit stop streaming, I notice there's a name. But I hit the button. I hit the button and stopped streaming and lost that chance to engage the chatter. Would they feel like, because they want to talk. I chat. The reason why I type in people's chats is I want just try and fish for somebody to talk to. And I know it's not talking. Like this typing isn't really talking, but it's something. But it's something. I think I'll take my. You know, there's one of the last courses that I took, online courses. It's called Learning. Was it Learning to Learn? It's a Coursera class. But it coincides that the author of it also wrote a book. So this thing. So I downloaded the book and took this class. And it's all just study tips. One of the things talk about the Pomodoro method. Was it Pomodoro? I think it's Pomodoro. Well, what it is, you take a little timer, and is it every 25 minutes a 5-minute break, or every 20 minutes a 5-minute break? Hey, I have to go back and look it over. But I've been sitting here for 35 minutes. Now, if I was working in the courts, I'd have to do 2 hours before I got a 10-minute break. Or is it a 15-minute break? Is it what are those like when you go in places that have labor negotiations? Is it a 10-minute break every 4-hour block of time, or a 15-minute break every 4-hour block of time? I think it's like there's a difference between if you take a 30-minute lunch that like isn't counted against your work hours, or if you take a full hour, depending on if you have 6 hours or 4. Anyway, when you have contract negotiations of how often you can get up and take a break. Anyway, in the Coursera teaching method, it says every 20 minutes or 25 minutes, you'll clear your mind. Now, it's been 36 minutes. right on time. He's a trusty old bird. Stories, just stories of adventure and fun. Yeah, so is it called a Chinook? I think it's a Chinook. CH-47. I'm very bad. I'm very bad. See, it's like they're like, you don't know what you're talking about. You're right. I'm not an airline specialist. So a helicopter flew over. It was called a helicopter. Now look, dude, it was like, because I used to wait for these things. Like my old job, we traveled a lot by helicopters. And just sitting out there waiting for the... What was that guy's Hernandez? Like, the plane! Did I get any viewers? Let's see. Did anybody check who is gone? I got 4 views. I got 4 views. Wait, do I have a viewer? I have a viewer. Oh. No, how is that opening? Can I actually see who the viewers and reviews contact the stream? So, like, this is the type of things I haven't, like, really studied, because there should be a way to see who, like, the viewer is, right? Or is it somebody who's not signed in? I suppose they'd have, like, people who have to sign in to like, watch streams. Anyway, I have a viewer. I don't know who it is. I have 4 views. Do any of these people have users? I'm holding over the... So anyway, viewer, whoever you are, thank you. Thank you for making me feel less, like, insane. I'm not talking to myself. I have a viewer. If anybody walked in right now, I'd be like, look, they're not chatting, but I have a viewer. They're interested. I don't know. It's like all I know is that why some memories stand out more than others. I don't know why I was so impressed by Western mysticism. Yeah, I was trying not to see. Even 2006, I was 31 years old. I was 31 years old, an alcoholic, like very iffy employment history, unstable, the family situation. And so 31 years old. I was 31 years old. And I was trying not to be an alcoholic. So I was like going to places like the library and cultural things that didn't involve drink. Because from 25, to be honest, at 26 to, because I went to New Orleans at 26 years old, from 26 to about 31, that 5 year period. Ooh. So anyway, I was trying to get back to the other one, it's just like, so they actually have on Internet Archive, I got the book recommendation. They have it on the Wayback Machine. You find and they'll have snapshots of it and the courses. Now I don't remember if it was Elizabeth Holmes or Elizabeth Banks or something else. I bought a CD. I bought some meditation. I think I bought at least one meditation CD. I got some product there. I don't know where I went to. It was a fun evening at the it was at Natural History Museum. It was a nice little seminar. There's a thread here. I mean, you may not see all the connections, and how could you? But these illogical things, they actually can be quite logical. No, maybe it was one of those cases why that memory is so there, and it's like one of those things where have you ever been like, you, it's you, I know it's you. Yeah, I don't mean no harm. I'm just like, hey, you want to talk about working on Wall Street? I heard that you used to be a high finance Wall Street trader. You want to talk about the Wall Street days? Which? Yeah. So that's kind of the theme of things. That was that 20 years ago? That was 20 years ago. There are full-grown adults that were born 20 years ago. Anyway, about a week we should be getting some really good. About a week from now we should be getting some really good, exciting content. Well, I guess exciting is, I prefer not exciting, just entertaining. I don't think I can take exciting. Just laughter, whatever. $21.99. Is that too much for a book this size? Oh, $23.99. Wow. It says $21.99. I didn't even. My goodness. Anyway, let's see what we've missed. But am I allowed to like transmit any portion of this? Or it probably has that thing, huh? You can find all images courtesy of library, copyright, all rights reserved. First published, manufacturing, books true, complete best one that is offered that. It's not liability connection. No book prior to this book may be reproduced or transmitted in any form whatsoever without prior written permission from the publisher, except in the case of brief quotations embodied in critical articles and reviews. June 12th, 1939. 3D horror. Dr. Cyclops, the first horror film photographed in 3-strip Technicolor by Paramount Pictures. Technicolor by Paramount Pictures. Let's see. The shooting began on June 12, 1939. 3D horror. Shooting began on Dr. Cyclops, the first horror film photographed in 3-strip Technicolor by Paramount Pictures. First horror film. And the second sci-fi horror film filmed in Technicolor. Wait, so that doesn't say Technicolor by Paramount Pictures. And again, it says 3-strip Technicolor. These history books, what's Technicolor? They actually used to be a big deal. Movies, they'd be filmed in, and there are some other ones I can't remember. I wouldn't have remembered Technicolor if I had been like reading this little thing. June 13, 1958. The musician, songwriter, composer, record producer, actor, and filmmaker named Frank Zappa graduated from Antelope Valley High School in Lancaster. Oh my goodness. 1958, Frank Zappa graduated high school. My dad was musicians. Well, he really, like Frank Zappa's a huge name, like a very, very big name. I listened to some of the songs and I just didn't really get it. You know, it's like it's different. As I got older and looking back on things, because Frank passed away, I heard, I think. Yeah, he back in his 50s, right? Wasn't Frank one of those guys who like, well, if it's not the 27 Club, it's like the 50 Burnout Club or something. Anyway, researching Frank Zappa, I saw this great interview. It's on the YouTubes somewhere. And it's him in a bathrobe. And he lives in a basement. And in his basement, apparently he just lives in his basement watching VHS tapes. It was like an old video, because if you don't know what VHS tape is, watching this interview, where Frank was just, I'm like, what's on those tapes, Frank? What's on all those VHS tapes? Frank in his Frank cave. Now that I'm 50, now I'm about the same age as these other dudes when they get there. Well, how old was Warren? How old was Warren Zevon when he got his cancer? There's Warren, there's Frank. I don't know what Frank died of. Let's catch up. June 14th, 1846. Hey, you know I'm not reading these paragraphs in entirety. 33 American rebels at the Sonoma Plaza raised a flag decorated with a bear and a star, proclaiming the start of the Bear Flag Revolt in the California Republic. Wow, 33 American rebels at the Sonoma Plaza. Where's Sonoma? Is that the wine place? Anyway. Oh wow! So they raised the was it someone raised the flag, decorated the bear and the star. Oh, so they seceded from the United States to create their own California Republic. So 33 Californians made bear flag. Anyway, so Americans came here and proclaimed the. Oh. Around 3 weeks later, the California Republic ended when its militia joined the California Battalion under the command of U.S. Army Brevet Captain John C. Fremont. I left out a line there. You know, I think that's one of the things about the publishers. If you're really that interested, you might go find your own copy of On This Day in California History. I know there are plenty of websites. But this thing challenges you. This challenges me. Just pick it up because if I'm not interested in June 15th, 2012, Apple for sale. A fully functioning Apple. I'm so confused. Been using the Roman numerals. Is it Apple One or Apple I? The Apple One, a fully functioning Apple One computer, originally priced at $666.66 in 1975, was sold at auction for $374,500. Wow. So Steve Jobs sold his VW microbus, and Steve Wozniak, his calculator, paid for its parts, hand-built production costs. That'd be so. I have a friend who used to build computers with all these different parts, and I was very interested. Wow. So there's a place called Nexon Computer Museum in Jeju City, South Korea, featured as part of a collection of 6,600 items. 6,600. What kind of, how would I write that down? 660? Huh. Then June 16th, let's get caught up to history. Oh, taxi cab service started in LA. June 16, 1908. Oh, we got LA didn't have taxis, but so in 1908, June 16th, the taxi cab service started in Los Angeles. The crowd gathered around one taxi parked in front of the Times building for an explanation of how the meter worked. Oh, wow. So they were showing off this new technology called a taxi. 4 passengers could ride for the same price as one. Wow. That'd be so exciting, right? To see the first car. Like my friend, I gave him $20. I was begging for a ride. I was like, oh, gas and stuff and time. Well, if I got a taxi here, which we don't really have them, sometimes taxi people start after taxis. We have Uber, but we don't have an Uber. The city's 10 Thomas Motor car taxis, 16 horsepower vehicles, were the first west of Chicago. Wow. So the East Coast had these taxis for, well, oh my goodness. June 17th, 1890. That's so a year ago yesterday. 136 years ago? If I did my maths right? June 17, 1980. So 136 years ago. Somebody do the math. Chat. Nobody wants to do math for me. Lydia Mackenzie of San Francisco patented the portable crib. On the same day, Delia McGregory of Los Angeles patented a milk churn. Mackenzie and McGregory were among a host of women in 19th century California who patented industrial and domestic innovations. Wow. On this day, 1903, is Horatio's road trip. Horatio Jackson accepted a bet that began the first transcontinental car trip to San Francisco. So they went for, let's see, he didn't own a car. Oh, Jackson bought a used 2-cylinder 20 horsepower Winton automobile and convinced Sewall Crocker, a mechanic, to join him. They arrived in New York with their dog Bud on July 26, 1903. Wow. That was the first continental car trip? There was one that I was going through that was really interesting because it was a person who rode a motorcycle cross country. And when I'm reading these things, it's Alice 1909. Alice Ryder Ramsey drove from New York to San Francisco. So, in 1903, Horatio Jackson and Sewall Crocker and their dog Bud drove from San Francisco. Wait, did it say they stopped in New York? Yeah, New York. And 6 years later, Alice Ryder Ramsey left New York, driving to San Francisco. Where have they met up? This is why I get into this stuff, and we're just like, that's so interesting. 22-year-old New Jersey housewife and mother traveled with her 2 older sisters-in-laws and a 16-year-old female friend. She drove a 4-cylinder, 30-horsepower touring car, 3,800 miles, reaching San Francisco on August 7th. Oh, this is what stood out. There were just 152 miles of paved roads. Yeah, the paved road, the thing that makes, to me, growing up in the era I did, just driving anywhere in the United States, miles, hundreds of miles, just as a normal thing. That is such a normal thing. And yet, how extraordinary. 117 years ago, Alice Ryder Ramsey, 2 older sisters-in-law, and a 16-year-old female friend, 4 women. 117 years ago, 4 women with only 152 miles of paved roads drove from New York to San Francisco. Where were they looking for? All right, I just